Hello and welcome to the Franchise Minute. I am Anna Wilds, the franchise economist, and today's topic is one of my favorite type of businesses, vending. If you're new to the Franchise Minute, this is the format. In just a moment, we'll watch a 60-second video on this topic, and then we're going to open it up to live Q&A. Just put your questions into the chat box or the comment section, and I'll be glad to provide the answers you're here for. And I look forward to having you join us each Wednesday at 11:30 for the Franchise Minute. Okay, we will now begin watching the 60-second video, and then we'll open it up for questions. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to today's Franchise Minute. I'm Anna Wilds, the franchise economist, and today's topic is vending franchises. This is one of my favorite businesses ever, vending. From candy, snack, and drink machines to ATMs and hotels to laundromats, vending is a solid business that grows each year due to increased consumer demand. Big pluses for vending are the low cost of entry, the limited time commitment of the owner, and of course, how scalable a vending business can be. Vending can be an excellent way to enter entrepreneurship and create another income stream. What does a franchise offer to vending? Well, of course, it can be anything from securing locations to providing equipment and inventory, along with training and support. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Anna Wilds YouTube channel and join us again next Wednesday at 11:30 for next week's Franchise Minute. I'm Anna Wilds, the franchise economist. I'm curious if anyone has ever had a vending business who's on this live event with us. If you have, send me a message in the comment section or in the chat box, depending on whatever platform you're joining us on. We have our first question. What am I seeing as really popular now? Is it healthy vending? And absolutely yes, I do. If you go to a drink machine, what do you see? Of course, you see the usual sodas, but there's a lot of water. There are sports drinks. There's more than just the typical sodas that we had, when I was growing up. So, and it's not just beverages, also healthy snacks. That's certainly on the rise as well. And that demand is only going to increase. And that is in keeping with what we're seeing on a macroeconomic level when we look at trends in food, restaurant offerings, and healthier lifestyles for people. So the need for healthier food and beverage offerings are also, just going to continue to increase. You'll need to shift, where machines are and what you offer based on what's happening in the economy and what demands are. I don't mean what's happening in the economy so much as what I meant, what's happening with consumer buying behavior. What's really interesting also is, there are even Bitcoin ATM vending machines now. That's really staying ahead of the curve, I think. I've always been a fan of just traditional ATMs that are like in hotels with a lot of traveler, and that sort of thing. Well, naturally that went down, of course, when COVID was upon us, but now there's, people are back to traveling. Been to the airport lately, there are long lines there. So there's always going to be a need for food, snack, and beverages. Okay, let's see. And just one more thing about what else is popular is laundromats are always going to be in demand as well. And even when the economy dips, then there's more people using laundromats. And I'm a big fan of those as well. And laundromats have certainly kept up with the changes in what consumers want in a laundromat. The one that I go to, flat screen TVs, credit card instead of coins, It's just a totally different scenario. Of course, they have high energy efficiency machines, well maintained, excellent lighting, great, great location. I go just on occasion, not regularly, but it's just really been eye opening to see the application of technology and keeping up with contactless stuff, and not using coins and that sort of thing. Okay, let's see our next question. How much money can you make from a vending business? Well, of course, that will depend on the goals of the investor, the person who's starting the vending business. What I particularly love about vending is it is just a great way, as I said in the video, to get into entrepreneurship. It is a great first step for people who may not be able to afford a brick and mortar franchise, even a service based franchise, but a vending business is very scalable. You can start small and grow and grow and grow. I know wealthy people that have vending businesses among their other investments. I mean, it's just a solid, in my opinion. Vending's just always going to be here. I don't know if anyone has ever traveled to Japan. They are the vending capital of the world. You can vend just about anything in Japan, from a pair of pantyhose to a fresh banana to a bicycle. We were walking down the street. My son saw this vending machine where you could rent a bicycle and it came out. It was just fascinating. So, anyway, vending is going to be here. It embraces technology and the equipment gets more and more sophisticated. Okay, next question. With the uncertain economy, is this really a good time to get into vending? I say yes. I just think there's always going to be the need for a variety of, vending is being applied to more and more businesses, industries, that sort of thing. This self-serve thing is big, and COVID just put a massive spotlight on it. So there's not maybe going to be the sugary drinks and that sort of thing if you have a snack vending business, but people are still going to need, water, vitamin water, sports drinks, that sort of stuff. So I just, Marjorie agrees with me too. So that's great. And of course, as I already mentioned, when there's a dip in the economy, the need and demand for like laundromats goes up. So I just think you want to be smart about the business that you're going to invest in. I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin, but there are people who are, and there are Bitcoin ATMs now that you can get. If you're interested in that, contact me. I'll be glad to work with you and put you in contact with the franchisor. Okay, let's see. How much does a vending franchise cost? Well, I work with a handful of them, and you can start as low as $40,000, $40,000 to $50,000, and there's a certain number of machines that they want you to start with and that sort of thing. But on the high end are laundromats. I work with one laundromat. I work with two laundromat franchises. The more expensive one, it's $1 million investment. I mean, it is a big investment. And last year, I had 5 senior level executives who had more money than time to devote to a business. And I recommended that franchise to them. So it can be a great way to diversify your assets, create a cash flowing, another income stream. And people at all backgrounds, professional, self-employed people. I mean, it's just a great option for many people who don't want to deal with a traditional business investment with employees and dealing with customers and that sort of thing. Vending is self-serve, and that is just on a trajectory like this. Okay, next question. Well, one thing that I get frequently, whether it's vending or not, is, why do I need a franchise for this business? Do you need a, a franchise for a vending business? Well, not necessarily. It depends what you want. And as with any franchise, you need to evaluate what are you getting in return for the franchise fee and the ongoing royalty that you'll pay. I think one of the biggest challenges anyone has with a vending business is securing locations. So one of the franchises that I work with, they provide that. That is fantastic. Then there's also, for example, the laundromat franchise. People are making that size of an investment. They don't have the time, energy, or desire to research the equipment, to have to put together a package. They don't know how many machines need to go, how many square footage, the layout, the format, the that sort of thing. That's one of the huge advantages of any franchise. It's a business in a box, and they're just looking for someone to open the box and execute the business plan. So if that's of interest to you, you might want to consider a franchise. I get this question a lot. I mean, just about any business that I recommend to someone, they go, really? What is the franchise? Why do I need a franchise for that? Well, uh, I get that very frequently with residential cleaning franchises, maid franchises. Well, it's more than just a broom and a mop and someone to push them. They have call centers. They have search engine optimization. They have an app where customers can, schedule their cleaning or request appointments for estimates, and the owners can, manage their business from the apps and from the proprietary software to run the business and that sort of thing. It's just, you've got to evaluate what are you getting in return for the investment you're making. And that's what I do as a franchise advisor, is I coach people through the evaluation and investigation of any franchise investment. We are just about out of time. Let's see if there's any remaining questions. I don't think so. I'm going to say thank you so much for joining us. Join us next Wednesday at 11:30, where we will talk about restoration franchises. And I think you'll be surprised at the variety of types of restoration franchises that there are. There's more than just mold, fire, and smoke damage restoration. So tune in next Wednesday at 11:30 to learn more about restoration businesses. I'm Anna Wilds, the franchise economist. Thanks for being here.